So, you made it to turn 4. Congrats are in order. You probably pulled the first pack of spiders, you managed to kill them, but slowly you start to get overwhelmed with enemies. And at some point a giant robot shows up and manages to hit you like a truck, and all of a sudden you die. Well, I'm here to help once again to break down this lovely fight, and help any tanks from getting blamed for not understanding it. And like I've said in my other videos, worst case, you control my bad tanking, and this time you can make fun of my amazing Photoshop art skills as I map out this fight for you. Now I hope you enjoy my amazing drawing I made in Photoshop to represent the map for this fight. Try to memorize this map because knowing where each enemy is going to appear and the location that you have to tank them is key to beating this fight. The faster you are in position, the faster the DPS can start doing its job. A great tip I can give you is try to prepare your Rage of Halone or your Butcher's Block combo when it's close to the time where the new ads are going to appear, and use it on your assigned tank target. This should help the DPS by allowing them to go full out without the fear of pulling hate. For the initial phase of this fight, we have a bunch of clockwork bugs that you need to pull to the middle while your DPS must kill them as fast as possible. Try to prepare your Rage of Halone or Butcher's Block combo when the final ad is about dead. You can see why I recommend this once the next ads come up. The next set of ads are going to appear in the indicated areas on the map. Each tank must grab a single clockwork knight and a soldier. The knight reflects magic damage while the soldiers have a stone skin type buff. You must kill the main tank's ads first, so he or she can be free to pick up the next pack of enemies. Target the soldiers first. Once its stone skin is broken, it stuns the soldier, reducing the damage that tank takes, with one less ad. While this is happening, the knight is going to cast electromagnetism that deals damage and pulls whoever has hate into its melee range. Kill the main tank's target first and then move on to the off tanks. If you saved your Halone or Butcher's Block combo, it makes the ad pick up easy and your DPS can transition without missing a beat. If your DPS is high enough, all ads should be dead before a big hitter enemy shows up. The Dreadnought is going to appear at the northwest where the main tank had his or her ads. While the Dreadnought spawns, more clockwork bugs are going to appear. The clockwork bugs are most likely going to target your healers, but you can go ahead and ignore them. The reason you ignore them is that the Dreadnought is going to eat the bugs and heal itself while it gains a damage buff that stacks up to 4 stacks. Make sure that nobody but the tank is standing in front of the Dreadnought. It does a high damage cleave. Its special attack is called Roto Swipe that can hit pretty hard at 4 stacks. The damage dealers must ignore the bugs and focus all DPS on the Dreadnought. It must die before the next set of bugs show up, where it's going to heal up and most likely cause you to wipe due to being overwhelmed. If the damage did its job, right after the Dreadnought is dead, more clockwork bugs are going to show up, but this time with 2 enemies called Spinner Rooks. The main tank must grab all the clockwork bugs while the off tank grabs at least one of the rooks, while the damage focuses on the rook that appears at the northwest. The rooks can cast a debuff called Pox on its target. which lowers its target's max health by 25%, but it can be avoided by running around it away from its front. Once both rooks are dead, mark a clockwork bug to focus and kill. The goal is to at least get 2 down before our dreadnought friend spawns again, but it's not the end of the world if you only manage to kill 1. The reason this is done is to lower the damage stacks the dreadnought can gain. At this time, another dreadnought is going to appear at the northeast, but this time a clockwork knight and a soldier are going to appear. The main tank grabs the dreadnought and the off tank grabs the knight and soldier, while the off tank takes them to the southeast. All damage once again must focus on the dreadnought. I will recommend all cooldowns are used to kill this fast, and if possible, kill it before the next dreadnought appears. The next part of this fight is done a little bit different than other strategies that I have seen. Another dreadnought with bugs is going to appear with a new set of knights and soldiers while throwing a clockwork rook at you. The way we deal with this chaos is by using a kite method. The main tank grabs the dreadnought and the new clockwork knight that spawns, while the off tank grabs the new soldier while still holding the old set of ads he or she had. While this is going on, the damage dealers burn the rook down as fast as possible. I like to use hollowed ground once I grab my knight and the dreadnought to allow healers to focus on the off tank and party while we get ready to kite. Once the main tank has solid hate, he or she can start the kite by running right and staying at the border of the arena. By kiting, the main tank should take a lot less damage, since the dreadnought can only really hit the tank with rotoswipe, since it has a long range, and auto swing when the knight uses electromagnetism to drag the tank back in. When pulled in, just start kiting in the opposite direction, and so on. Once the rook is dead, damage focuses on the soldiers the off tank is holding, then kills his or her knight, freeing the off tank to provoke the second knight off the main tank to kill it. After this, it's just a matter of killing the dreadnought to end the fight. If you reach the enrage timer and the dreadnought is still up, your healer should easily be able to keep all of you up as long as you are grouped up. Another note that I would like to add is if the off tank is taking too much damage, he or she can also kite the ads. And just avoid the dreadnought so the rest of the group doesn't get cleaved. Congrats, you just beat probably my favorite fight in Coil. I know there are many methods to this fight, And I know you can just actually straight tank the dreadnoughts and the ads for the final phase, but I'm willing to work a little bit harder by kiting to make sure that we move on to turn 5. I really hope this guide helps you out, and let me know if you would like to see any other. And if not, feel free to make fun of my horrible Photoshop art skills.